There is a drink that looks simple at first glance, but inside it carries a living network of microorganisms that communicate, adapt, and transform the very liquid they inhabit. A drink whose natural carbonation is generated without machines or additives, produced only by the breath of fermentation. A drink whose culture can regenerate endlessly, growing new layers of itself as if time strengthens it rather than weakens it. A drink once used by ancient warriors who believed it boosted stamina and resilience, and one whose character changes depending on the tea that feeds it, becoming lighter, stronger, or more floral depending on its environment. This drink is kombucha, and modern science is uncovering why this ancient ferment is now being explored in the field of longevity, metabolic health, cellular resilience, and gut-brain communication. Kombucha becomes especially interesting when you understand that it behaves like a living ecosystem rather than a simple beverage. The SCOBY produces organic acids, enzymes, bioactive compounds, and probiotics that interact with human biology in ways researchers are beginning to measure more clearly. These compounds influence pathways involved in inflammation, detoxification, metabolic flexibility, oxidative stress, and gut microbiota diversity. 5 pillars often discussed in longevity science. When these processes shift in a positive direction, the body tends to function more efficiently, recover more quickly, and maintain stability against internal and external stress. Kombucha's fermentation creates molecules not present in plain tea. During this transformation, the microorganisms break down sugars and polyphenols, generating new bioactive substances like glucuronic acid, D-saccharic acid -1, 4-lactone, acetic acid, gluconic acid, B vitamins, and diverse probiotic strains. These compounds are consistently associated with enhanced antioxidant capacity, improved detoxification pathways, and support for metabolic regulation. When the gut microbiome benefits from these changes, the ripple effect extends far beyond digestion. It influences immunity, hormonal balance, and even cognitive performance through the gut-brain axis, which is why kombucha is often studied in the same context as other longevity-supporting ferments. Researchers are also exploring how the natural carbonation created by yeast metabolism may improve absorption of certain compounds by altering pH dynamics in the stomach. The acidic profile of kombucha, dominated by organic acids, supports an environment that discourages harmful bacteria while simultaneously nourishing beneficial microbes. This dual action, reducing what harms and promoting what supports, makes kombucha particularly relevant for longevity because long-term health is often determined by the balance maintained inside the gut ecosystem. The self-regenerating nature of the SCOBY also points toward a deeper biological principle: resilience through adaptation. As the SCOBY grows, it becomes more efficient at fermentation, more robust in structure, and more diverse in microbial populations. What happens inside the jar is essentially a miniature model of what happens inside the human body when given the right conditions. Systems strengthen, efficiency rises, and internal harmony becomes easier to maintain. This parallel is not symbolic but biological. A well-supported microbiome behaves similarly to a well-supported SCOBY, adaptable, balanced, and productive. Modern laboratory analysis confirms that kombucha's antioxidant potential tends to increase during fermentation rather than decrease. Tea polyphenols become more bioavailable, meaning the body can use them more effectively. These antioxidants contribute to reduced oxidative stress, one of the fundamental mechanisms linked to aging. By neutralizing free radicals and supporting mitochondrial efficiency, kombucha assists the body in maintaining its cellular integrity over time. The mitochondria, often described as cellular energy engines, operate more optimally when supported by compounds produced during fermentation, and mitochondrial resilience is one of the central themes in longevity science. As research expands, Scientists are observing improvements in metabolic markers associated with kombucha intake. These include balanced blood sugar fluctuations, improved insulin sensitivity, and more stable energy levels. Fermented beverages rich in organic acids can influence glucose pathways through mechanisms involving AMPK activation, gut microbial modulation, and improved digestion of carbohydrates. These effects make kombucha particularly valuable in a world where metabolic disorders are increasingly common and directly linked to accelerated biological aging. When metabolic stability is achieved, the body preserves energy, reduces inflammatory load, and maintains a more youthful internal environment. Now the focus shifts from the broad mechanisms to the deeper layers of how kombucha interacts with human biology. The gut is the primary interface between the drink and the body, and its complex microbial communities respond rapidly to fermented compounds. Kombucha introduces probiotic strains as well as postbiotics, the beneficial byproducts of fermentation. These postbiotics, such as enzymes and organic acids, support the intestinal lining, promote balanced pH levels, and help maintain microbial diversity. A diverse microbiome is consistently associated with longer lifespan and healthier aging trajectories. Diversity allows the gut to adapt, resist pathogens, and influence multiple systems including immunity, metabolism, and neurological function. The immune system also responds to these changes. A significant portion of immune activity takes place in the gut, and kombucha's influence on the microbial landscape can enhance the body's natural defense mechanisms. Not by overstimulation, but by balancing activity, reducing unnecessary inflammation, and promoting efficient responses to external challenges. Chronic inflammation is one of the strongest known accelerators of aging, and anything that naturally supports the body in managing inflammatory pathways becomes relevant for longevity discussions. At this point, the biochemical, microbial, and metabolic shifts begin forming a clear picture. Kombucha is more than a refreshing drink. It is a biologically active ferment capable of influencing systems that govern how the body ages, repairs itself, and adapts to stress. This is where the speech continues and deepens into the next layer of longevity mechanisms. Kombucha's influence on detoxification pathways is one of the areas generating the most scientific interest. During fermentation, the SCOBY produces glucuronic acid, a compound the liver naturally uses to bind toxins so they can be eliminated from the body. When additional glucuronic acid is available, the body gains more capacity to neutralize harmful substances, supporting healthy liver function over time. This is important because the liver is one of the primary organs involved in maintaining long-term vitality. When detoxification runs smoothly, metabolic waste does not accumulate, oxidative stress decreases, and cellular processes operate with greater efficiency. This contributes directly to longevity, as a well-functioning liver is essential for energy, hormonal stability, and immune strength. Another key molecule present in kombucha is D-saccharic acid -1, 4-lactone, often abbreviated as DSL. DSL has been studied for its potential to inhibit enzymes that break down antioxidants, effectively increasing the lifespan of these protective molecules inside the body. By preventing premature degradation of antioxidants, DSL supports more stable cellular protection against oxidative damage. Since oxidative damage is considered one of the fundamental triggers of accelerated aging, compounds that strengthen antioxidant defenses play a meaningful role in longevity strategies. DSL is particularly interesting because it does not appear naturally in unfermented tea. It arises specifically because of the fermentation process. The polyphenols from tea, the building blocks that the SCOBY uses during fermentation, also become more bioactive as they transform. Green tea polyphenols, black tea theaflavins, and other antioxidant families gain increased solubility and biological activity. This means the body can absorb and use them more effectively. These compounds contribute to cellular protection, modulation of inflammatory pathways, and support for DNA integrity. DNA stability is a major focus in longevity science, as damaged or unstable DNA can accelerate aging at the cellular level. While kombucha does not prevent aging, the way it supports cellular environments allows systems to operate under less stress, which is an important part of healthy aging. Kombucha also interacts with the body's pH balance through its organic acids. Acetic acid, gluconic acid, malic acid, and lactic acid help maintain a digestive environment that discourages harmful microorganisms while supporting beneficial ones. This creates conditions that are favorable for microbial diversity, which is strongly linked to long-term health outcomes. A balanced gut microbiota helps regulate inflammation, supports nutrient absorption, and enhances energy metabolism. When the digestive system operates efficiently, the whole body benefits from more stable energy levels, better immune responses, and improved overall resilience. Digestion itself becomes more efficient when supported by fermented compounds. The enzymes and acids in kombucha assist in breaking down food more effectively, reducing the burden on the stomach and intestines. When nutrients are absorbed more efficiently, the body can maintain tissues, repair cells, and generate energy with fewer losses. This contributes to a more stable internal environment, which is essential for longevity. Efficient digestion also reduces gastrointestinal discomfort and promotes regularity, both of which impact overall well-being. Kombucha's natural carbonation, produced by yeast fermentation, may also help increase the solubility of certain compounds, improving their absorption in the stomach. This is not unique to kombucha, but in the context of a drink rich in antioxidants and organic acids, the interaction becomes relevant. The slight change in pH caused by carbonation can promote faster breakdown of compounds the body needs, supporting metabolic processes. Metabolic health is another area where kombucha shows potential benefits. Research indicates that fermented beverages containing organic acids may support balanced blood sugar levels by influencing how the body processes carbohydrates. Improved insulin sensitivity is associated with more stable energy release, reduced inflammation, and decreased oxidative stress. When metabolic stability is maintained over time, the risk of cellular stress decreases and tissues age more slowly. These mechanisms are part of why kombucha is often discussed alongside lifestyle factors that support longevity, such as nutritious food, physical activity, and adequate recovery. The gut-brain axis, a topic increasingly present in longevity research, is also affected by fermented foods. Kombucha contributes to microbial diversity and provides probiotic and postbiotic compounds that influence neurotransmitter production, stress responses, and cognitive clarity. A balanced gut environment can support mental sharpness and emotional stability. These effects are indirect but significant, as brain health is an essential component of long-term well-being. Anti-inflammatory pathways remain one of the central focuses of aging research, and kombucha supports these pathways through several mechanisms. The antioxidants generated during fermentation help neutralize free radicals, reducing oxidative stress. The organic acids help maintain microbial balance, which influences inflammatory processes throughout the body. The improved metabolic function contributes to lower systemic inflammation. When all these factors combine over consistent periods, they support an internal state where the body is less reactive, more efficient, and better able to recover from daily stress. At this stage, the combined effects of probiotic support, enhanced antioxidant capacity, improved metabolic stability, and detoxification efficiency begin to illustrate why kombucha is becoming a subject of interest in the study of longevity. These mechanisms work together rather than independently, and their interaction creates a biological environment that favors resilience. As the speech continues, the next section will expand into how these processes influence organs, tissues, mitochondria, and long-term vitality. As kombucha's bioactive compounds continue interacting with the body, one of the next systems influenced is the cardiovascular system. The antioxidants derived from tea, combined with the fermentation-enhanced polyphenols, support healthier blood vessels by reducing oxidative stress around the vascular walls. When the lining of the blood vessels, known as the endothelium, functions optimally, blood flow becomes smoother, oxygen delivery becomes more efficient, and the heart experiences less strain. Improved endothelial function is considered a key marker of longevity because it reflects how well the cardiovascular system can adapt to daily demands. Reducing oxidative stress and supporting healthier circulation helps maintain long-term cardiovascular stability, which is essential for preserving vitality as the body ages. Cholesterol metabolism is another area influenced by fermented beverages like kombucha. Organic acids and microbial metabolites can support healthier lipid profiles by assisting the liver in breaking down fats more efficiently. The presence of tea-derived catechins and theaflavins further contributes to balanced cholesterol levels, which helps protect arteries from unnecessary buildup. When lipid metabolism operates smoothly, the risk of strain on the cardiovascular system decreases, supporting long-term heart health. The liver, already supported by glucuronic acid and DSL, experiences additional benefits from the antioxidants that help reduce oxidative stress in its tissues. A well-functioning liver maintains the body's internal environment, regulates hormones, processes nutrients, filters toxins, and supports energy production. Because liver efficiency tends to decline with age, the compounds in kombucha that support detoxification and antioxidant protection become especially valuable over time. By reducing the workload caused by oxidative byproducts and environmental stressors, kombucha contributes to preserving liver resilience into later years. The digestive system continues to benefit from kombucha in ways that have ripple effects throughout the body. The organic acids improve nutrient absorption, which means vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and antioxidants from food become more accessible to cells. Better nutrient delivery means more efficient tissue repair, stronger immune responses, and more stable energy production. The gut lining also receives support through the presence of beneficial microbes and fermentation metabolites that help maintain its integrity. A strong gut barrier prevents unwanted substances from entering the bloodstream, reducing immune activation and promoting long-term inflammatory balance. Moving deeper into the cellular level, kombucha's influence on mitochondria becomes a central part of the longevity discussion. Mitochondria rely on antioxidants, balanced nutrients, and stable metabolic conditions to function efficiently. The polyphenols and organic acids in kombucha help protect mitochondria from oxidative stress and support their ability to produce energy. Efficient mitochondrial function is associated with sharper cognitive performance, stronger physical endurance, improved metabolic health, and slower cellular aging. Because mitochondrial decline is widely studied as one of the key contributors to aging, supporting these structures indirectly supports long-term vitality. Cellular resilience itself is also shaped by how well cells can respond to stress. Antioxidants from fermented tea help maintain membrane stability, protect DNA from oxidative challenges, and support proteins involved in cellular repair. When the body generates fewer free radicals, and more importantly, when it neutralizes them efficiently, cells experience less long-term damage. This preservation of cellular integrity contributes to healthier tissues across organs, bones, muscles, and even skin. Skin health specifically benefits from reduced oxidative stress as antioxidants contribute to maintaining collagen structure and supporting hydration, elasticity, and overall appearance. While kombucha is not a cosmetic treatment, the internal support it provides aligns with the biological foundations of youthful skin. The immune system, deeply intertwined with gut health, continues to adjust positively when microbial diversity improves. Beneficial microbes introduced or supported by kombucha help regulate immune activity, ensuring responses remain strong without becoming unnecessarily reactive. When the immune system is balanced, the body can defend itself effectively without triggering chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the strongest accelerators of aging, influencing nearly every internal system. By supporting microbial harmony, digestive health, antioxidant availability, and metabolic stability, kombucha indirectly contributes to a more efficient and less inflammatory immune environment. Kombucha also influences hydration and mineral balance, especially when brewed with mineral-rich teas. The presence of electrolytes and trace minerals produced during fermentation can support fluid balance in tissues. Proper hydration at the cellular level enhances energy production, nutrient transport, and waste removal. Over time, maintaining these internal balances supports the body's natural longevity mechanisms. Neurological health becomes another area where the gut-brain connection amplifies kombucha's potential effects. A balanced microbiome can support neurotransmitter production, influence mood regulation, and help maintain cognitive performance. While kombucha is not a treatment for neurological conditions, the biological pathways it supports, reduced inflammation, improved nutrient absorption, and more stable metabolic function, create conditions associated with long-term cognitive well-being. The brain, heavily dependent on energy efficiency and oxidative protection, benefits indirectly from these shifts. At this point, the system's level benefits begin forming a larger view. Kombucha supports longevity not through a single mechanism, but through a network of small but meaningful biological adjustments. These adjustments reduce stress on cells, improve metabolic resilience, strengthen detoxification pathways, and promote microbial harmony. Each mechanism contributes a piece to the overall picture of a body that ages more gracefully, maintains energy more effectively, and adapts more efficiently to daily challenges. The next section will connect these concepts into broader insights about how kombucha fits into long-term health strategies and what consistent, moderate consumption may support over a lifetime. As the long-term picture becomes clearer, kombucha's role in a longevity-focused lifestyle can be understood as supportive rather than dominant. It contributes through its fermentation-derived compounds, probiotic influences, and biochemical interactions that align with the body's natural maintenance systems. These systems thrive when they receive consistent but moderate inputs that encourage balance. Kombucha fits into this category because it assists existing biological processes rather than overriding them. This is an important distinction in longevity science. The most effective long-term practices strengthen the body's internal environment so it can operate more efficiently on its own. When kombucha is consumed regularly, its cumulative effects appear more significant than any single moment of intake. The organic acids continue supporting digestion and microbial balance. The antioxidants continue helping reduce oxidative stress. The compounds that influence detoxification pathways contribute repeatedly to liver efficiency. Over time, these gradual improvements help sustain an internal rhythm where metabolic, digestive, and immune processes remain more stable. Stability is a core principle of longevity because systems that fluctuate too drastically tend to wear down more quickly, while systems kept in balanced conditions conserve energy and function more predictably. Fermented foods like kombucha are also recognized for promoting resilience through hormetic effects. This refers to mild biological challenges that lead the body to strengthen itself over time. Natural acids, microbial metabolites, and antioxidant-rich compounds represent small stimuli that encourage cells and systems to adapt and function more efficiently. Hormetic stimuli must be gentle and controlled, and kombucha fits within this category because of the moderate intensity of its bioactive compounds. These gentle signals support the body's ability to respond to stress more effectively, a trait linked to long-term health and slower functional decline. Another aspect of kombucha that aligns with longevity science is its support for metabolic flexibility. When the body processes nutrients more efficiently and maintains stable blood sugar levels, it is better equipped to produce steady energy. Metabolic flexibility reflects how easily the body switches between different fuel sources, maintains weight balance, and avoids unnecessary strain on the pancreas and liver. Kombucha's organic acids and fermentation products contribute to this metabolic environment by encouraging smoother carbohydrate utilization and supporting insulin sensitivity. The components of kombucha also play a role in supporting the microbiome, which is increasingly recognized as one of the major regulators of aging. A diverse and balanced gut ecosystem influences digestion, immunity, inflammation, mood regulation, nutrient absorption, and even sleep quality. All these elements shape long-term well-being. Fermented beverages help create a microbial environment that adapts effectively to changing dietary patterns, environmental pressures, and metabolic demands. Over many years, this adaptability can contribute to a slower pace of internal aging. Another meaningful area is the effect of kombucha on cellular signaling pathways involved in protection and repair. Polyphenols and organic acids contribute to modulating pathways associated with oxidative stress reduction, inflammation control, and mitochondrial support. When these pathways operate under favorable conditions, the body's repair systems work more efficiently. Cells maintain better structure, proteins fold more correctly, and DNA experiences fewer oxidative challenges. These internal adjustments do not stop aging, but support a slower and more stable progression. Kombucha's benefits extend into daily energy levels as well. When digestion improves, nutrient absorption increases, and metabolic stability is maintained, the body experiences fewer fluctuations in energy. This contributes to clearer focus, better physical stamina, and more consistent daily performance. These improvements are indirect, but meaningful, because they reduce overall physiological burden, which is a central goal of longevity-promoting habits. The drink also provides a natural alternative to highly processed beverages that tend to overload the body with sugars or chemical additives. Replacing these with kombucha reduces unnecessary metabolic strain and helps support a cleaner internal environment. Choices like this accumulate over time and form part of a lifestyle that supports better long-term health outcomes. Longevity is shaped by patterns, and kombucha can become one of the small but consistent choices that help direct the body toward healthier trajectories. It is important to keep in mind that the benefits of kombucha depend on quality, brewing method, and moderation. Properly fermented kombucha contains the organic acids, probiotics, and bioactive compounds discussed throughout this speech, whereas poorly fermented versions may lack these qualities. A moderate consumption pattern maintains the advantages without overwhelming the digestive system. When incorporated thoughtfully, kombucha becomes a gentle, steady support for systems connected to vitality. Longevity science increasingly emphasizes how the body responds to cumulative influences rather than isolated actions. Kombucha aligns with this principle by providing a consistent source of fermentation-derived benefits that interact with many of the body's major pathways. Its effects unfold gradually, influencing digestion, metabolism, detoxification, cellular resilience, microbial balance, and oxidative protection. As these systems remain supported, the body is better equipped to sustain performance, clarity, energy, and general well-being deep into later years. Kombucha offers no single miracle, but instead contributes to the foundation on which long-term health depends. It supports the environments where cells thrive, where metabolism stabilizes, where immunity balances, and where the body adapts to daily challenges with strength rather than strain. When viewed through the lens of longevity, it becomes clear why this ancient ferment continues to attract scientific interest, and why its complex network of microorganisms and bioactive compounds still holds relevance today. Consistent, moderate consumption supports internal harmony and helps maintain the biological conditions associated with a longer, healthier life.